Okay, so this is Cadet. This is my friend Cadet here. So I just wanted to show you guys. He was like pelted, matted. But I went through with the force dryer and just kind of separated the coat a little bit. And then went through with my dematting rake here and went through the front leg. So now I can actually comb through this leg. So check that out. Isn't that nice? All the mats are out now. So compare this, right? Compare that to this on this side. See that? It won't even budge. And, oh, you're okay, buddy. If you zoom in, you can even see the difference. See? This is nice and soft. Look at that. Rough, right? All pelted together. So that's the difference. And it takes time. Just gotta work it out. But here's the thing. It's only bad in a few areas, like here in the chest and the neck, which I've already worked out. And then the legs. But once you get this all worked out, then the torso is usually pretty good. The body, like the trunk, you know, the body. Look at that. And once you get this combed out, this is all last season's underwear. This is just old dead hair, right? Once you get that combed out, then you have a nice soft coat to work with. You don't have to shave. Now we can, you know, keep this leg nice and fluffy when we do the haircut. Going all the way down. So now we're gonna do this other back leg. So I'll show you the process here. So I like to do one side and then work on the other. Let me move this camera here so you can see what I'm doing. Alrighty. Oh, what's up? Marta Tech. Or is it Marta Lech? Or Lech. What's up? That pup is awesome. Yeah, right? Okay, so what I've already gone through with my force dryer here and separated the coat a little bit, but there's still areas where it's really pelted and, you know, bundled up thick. So I'm gonna have to go through and break it up. Hey, what's up, Julie? Sue, what's up, Sue? Sue, I am feeling better, and I did get your message. I just haven't had a chance to reply back to you, but I was actually thinking about even like filming, like recording a video reply while I was driving this morning, but I was like, you know, that's not very responsible of me, you know? Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and just break up this dead undercoat, which creates this thick padding of just cottony, dull, brittle, dead hair. Maybe not all of it's dead, but it's definitely damaged. And it's causing, see that? It's causing all of the matting. And while this is all like stuck inside the skin, when we pull this out, along comes with it dander. You can see like powdery stuff, dandery stuff coming out of the skin. So when we release this, then you get much better results in the bath. So, Julie says, hi, what's up? Ohanes Karaden Nazili. What's up, Ohanes? Okay. Alrighty. So we're just gonna go through it. Alright. And this is why I say grooming is honest work, is because once I actually go through it, then no matter who comes behind me, no matter what comb you use, you're still going to be able to go through the coat nicely. Because I actually went through and cleared out the dead coat that's causing, you know, all the tools to catch. So once I actually work through it, then nobody can undo the work. You can't put this dead hair that I'm, you know, brushing out, you can't put this back in there and say I didn't do it, you know? It's grooming day for my Doodle. Now I'm thinking about brushing through 100% of last season's underwear. Exactly, because that's the thing. If you're just gonna wash, if I'm gonna wash him in this, I'm washing him in his dirty underwear, last season's dirty underwear, layers of it. So by going through and removing the layers of old underwear, right? The dead coat, the dead undercoat. By removing all of this, now I get a nice soft coat to work with because it's live hairs that are silky and smooth. The pores are now clear, so the shampoo and the conditioner can actually get in those pores and do a good job conditioning and cleaning out those pores. And then the conditioner actually has room to get in those pores, have all those good oils and nutrients, have it be able to penetrate that skin. So, let's see here. Buffy, how rude to interrupt me. I was watching your Mad at Havanese groom. How does your back take it? I had to purchase lifters from. Oh, Buffy, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned. I actually bought risers as well. I'm not using it for this dog, 'cause he's a giant. I don't need it. Ohana says, hi, June, how are you? You said Ohana is better than anyone I know. Oh, wow, nice. Ohana is. Marta says, my Shih Tzu legs are getting matted. I groomed them myself. She doesn't sit still, so I wind up cutting it short. Do you ever use a detangler spray? The way I feel his coat, and it feels like he's already got like conditioner in there. I feel product on there, so I didn't spray anything on him. But no, I didn't spray any detangler on him. Sometimes I do. It just depends on the situation, the type of coat I'm working with. But with him, it feels like he's already got some leave-in conditioner in him already. So I'm just gonna pull out the dead undercoats and all the matting here so that, okay. Marta says, hi Buffy, nice. You guys know each other. Okay, so working my way up. I'm gonna start on the front side now and work my way up. Those risers were a back saver. Yeah, right? I binged your podcast, June. Glad I found. Oh, nice, Buffy, the Tao of June podcast. Awesome, thank you. I feel bad for anybody listening to it because the audio quality, and sometimes I'm like coughing right into the mic. Those stories were a bad. Oh yeah, those risers. Okay, I already read that. But yeah, I think it was a comment in one of my other videos that I read, and somebody was saying, why don't you use risers for the table? And I was like, what are risers? I didn't even know what it was called. And so I didn't have the vocabulary for it. So once I looked it up on Amazon, there's like, yeah, these bed risers. And so I bought these 6-inch bed risers. So it lifts the table up 6 inches. Oh my God, it's awesome. It really has been a back saver. I was using it yesterday for Percy, the Havanese I was grooming yesterday. Yeah, I had the risers. So those comments, a lot of people tell me like, don't read those comments, like especially the bad ones, don't read them, like it's not gonna help you improve. But I beg to differ, like a lot of those comments help me out a lot. Some of the comments that tell me like, you ramble a lot, you always go off, you always talk about stuff, off topic, you don't stay on subject. And so yeah, those comments, I've really been, and even at my Toastmasters meeting, those are some of the feedback that I'll get, try to stay on subject, try to stay on topic, things like that. But I think it really helps. Let's see here. Buffy, yep, I related to a lot in a different way. Nice, Buffy, thank you. Maybe you could start your own podcast on Anchor, it's free. You just record it right from your phone and then it uploads it. Maybe we can do an episode together even. Buffy, that'd be awesome. Dusk Dawn says, he had a terrible first experience before his bath. Yeah, right? It does, it takes time. But it's honest work. I got a set that come in 2-inch, 4-inch, and 6-inch. Nice. Those are like Asian sizes. I'm more the 6-inch. Anyways, just so you know. You be you, it's what we love. Oh, thank you. I'd ramble too. I've got some stories. Nice. Yeah, oh my God. So, speaking of stories, I was reminded this morning of a time I almost died while I was grooming. Literally almost died. So, it was around this time last year. No, 2 years ago maybe? But anyways, yeah, I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I was grooming for one of my clients in Lake Lanier, and on her patio, they just bought this new house. It's an older house, but it's new to them. And I was on their back patio, and there's this section of the patio where it kind of like had like an overlook where you could overlook the lake, and it's pretty high up, right? We're on the second story, and while I'm grooming, the platform fell out from under me, and the dog's on the table, you know? And so I'm grooming 1 minute, and the next minute, the next second, split second, I'm falling, right? The platform under me is just falling out, and so I remember just at a reflex, I grabbed the railing, so I grabbed myself from falling back, and then I grabbed the table with my I think it was my foot. I stopped the table from falling over with my foot, and I gently let the table fall onto its side, and the dog, Buster, he jumped off the table onto the safety of the patio. Oh my God. But yeah, and then I went inside and told the owner, I showed her what happened. She took a picture of it. I took a picture of it because I couldn't believe my lightning quick reflexes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, seriously, it's like ninja. My inner ninja came out. And so, wow. But and I finished the groom. Isn't that amazing? I finished the groom. And I remember my collarbone hurt so bad because literally all my weight went onto one. Anyways, I almost died grooming. Marta, you are always so positive and motivating. I watch your YouTube videos. I can't never catch it live. Oh, nice. Well, Marta, you caught it live. Is there anything you would like to know? AMA, you know what I'm saying? AMA, ask me anything. Alrighty. Yes, I'm still a virgin. Oh man. So, wow. Yeah, you didn't know that, huh? So, I don't know how my two daughters were born, you know? Okay, so, alrighty. You know what? There's nobody around, right? Nobody's gonna catch corona if I... Okay. There we go. So I'm just gonna take a quick break because holy cow. Alright. There we go. So just picking at it, you know? And that's the thing, it's like, it's not really about strength. You know, you don't have to do it hard. But, you know, it does take energy to do anything, to do any kind of repetitive motion, you know. It's gonna take energy. There you go, buddy. But it's gotta feel good, you know, getting all those dead layers off. So Cadet loves it. He literally comes and jumps on the table. Well, he's too big, so he puts his two paws on the front table, and then I help him up. Oh man. Alrighty, Pauline, great story. Thanks. Cool story, bro. Yeah, right. The time you almost died grooming. Yeah, cool story, bro. Thanks, Pauline. I can hear the sarcasm in that. Sue says, you're sweating already. Try dampening your mask to cool yourself up. Yeah, I'm a sweater. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sweater. That's why when my parents told me that they're gonna get me a sweater for Christmas, you know, I told them I prefer a moaner. Because I'm already a sweater. I'm kidding. That was inappropriate. I'm sorry. But I did check before I started this stream. I checked that it's not for kids. So children, I doubt they'll get that joke anyways. Okay, so. You know what I'm saying? You can't have 2 sweaters. You'll ruin the bed. You'll ruin the sheet. Anyways. So, just in case you're looking for a Christmas present for me. I prefer moaners. Okay, so moving on. Alrighty. So the reason why it's better to go from the bottom up rather than from the top down, even though sometimes I do from the top down, but usually I work the bottom first and then go up, it's because if there are any mats or tangles down here, right? Let's say there's a mat or tangle right here. If I'm working it down like this, I'm working it all the way down, right? But if I work from here up, then I'm working out all the mats as I go up. See that? And now that I've cut out all the mats and broken them up with that mat splitter, now I can even go on the, see that? See how I flipped that? You see how amazing that is? Oh, look at that hand-eye coordinate. Anyways, so I take the fine side and I go through like that. And once this fine side goes through the coat like that, smoothly moves smoothly through the coat like butter. Look at that, right? That takes skill, that takes effort, you know what I'm saying? That takes time. So right there, like that. Oh, see that? That's what you're trying to get out of there. So that's what's causing all the problems. But once we get all this combed out, brushed out, let's see if I can give you a better angle here. Then when we go back through, we won't catch all of the mats and tangles and dead coat, the bundles of dead hair, because the hair grows in bundles. It doesn't grow in a single unit. Good boy. Oh man, that must feel so much better. Good boy, buddy. So here's the difference. See, on this side, it just goes. Hold on. Sorry. I don't have my production crew here with me. You know what I'm saying? We're working on a Corona budget. Anyways, so when we go through this side, you see that? Boom. When we go through this side, see that? Traffic jam. All that stuff stuck. But here's the cool part though. When you go back through, sorry buddy. When you go back through to the front where I've already combed out, even though it's been a few minutes, when I go back through, see that? Like butter. That's why I say it's such honest work. You can't undo it once you do it. Wow. Marta says, you ever come to Jersey? Things are still crazy here. Still in quarantine. Oh, 9 weeks. Oh my. Yeah, we're back open back up in Georgia. Oh, thank you. Right in the ear. Thank you. That's so romantic. But don't turn me on right now. Buffy says, I have a question. So you know the Biva I caused you to purchase. They said her puppy coat will eventually come out, and I cut my others short. Can I let it still grow, or does it have to be cut? No, you can let it grow out. And that the thing is, every follicle is on a different life cycle, right? So otherwise, when your dog sheds, you'll have a bald dog, you know? So even though there's hair shedding, you know, in this section, all this section is shedding bad, other sections are not, you know? So just, it's just cycling through. Buffy says, I'm a sweatshirt. Oh, okay. Marta says, good. Yeah, he's such a good, oh my God. Oh, so I've already cleaned his ears. Now I've combed out his chest on one side, his neck, his shoulders, his front leg. Now, so the body, once you get the hard part, the neck, the shoulders, the chest, and the legs, then the body here is pretty easy. Normally, usually, the trunk, you know, the torso, is pretty easy to comb out. Not as difficult as the legs, here in the neck, it gets really thick in these areas. Think of a mane, you know, all the areas that you would see like a mane of a tiger, that's where it sheds a lot, it seems. And then the hips, the back legs. Okay. So there's some matting here, but like I said, since the body is much easier and there's not as thick of all of this, you can go with the slicker brush here and then just separate the coat like that. Okay. Wow, I can see like the little fuzzy balls of dead hair, like that undercoat, flying around. Okay, and so we're not trying to get all of it. We're not trying to get it 100%, because while I'm washing him, I'm gonna get more dead hair out. While I'm drying him, I'm gonna brush and get more dead hair out. Then after the haircut, I'm gonna comb him out, you know, to get that nice smooth finish. So I'm not trying to go for 100%. I'm just trying to get this comb, at least, maybe not this fine side, but at least this coarse side, just to go through his coat. And once I can do that, then his coat actually feels softer, smoother, silkier, and I can wash him. And he'll have a really nice bath. It'll be easy to lather him up, easy to rinse him off. He'll dry much faster and nicer. Because yesterday I tried a different method. Instead of doing all this and working all of this out and combing it out, yesterday, because he was so pelted and matted, I tried a different method and it just didn't work out. And I have a feeling that if I tried it on him, this big giant guy here, I'd have a big mess on my hands if I didn't do this first before the bath. Because yesterday I did try just putting him in the bath first and trying to work out the mats and all that dead coat, trying to work it out with the conditioner, but in the force dryer, but it didn't work. Maybe I'm not doing it right, you know, maybe I did it wrong. But see, so this whole side is now combed out. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So I can go through on this side, the underside. Look at that. Nice. Okay. There we go. I can still feel like big bundles of it here with my fingers. See how the comb catches on it. Alrighty. And you may ask, like, why spend all this time, you know? It's because the skin, you know, it's because the health of the skin. My job, the way I see it, is to take care of the skin first and then give a good haircut second. But my first priority is to make sure the skin is healthy, because without a clear, clean, properly functioning, balanced skin, without healthy skin, you're not going to get healthy hair. And actually, all of this dead hair is a sign of healthy skin. Because right now, with the seasons changing, this is the time for him to go through this coat change, so he grows new, fresh underwear for the new season coming up. Okay, Buffy, that's right, she's a sweatshirt. I read that. Marta says, you need a girlfriend. Oh man, I'm broke, I'm damaged goods. You know what I'm saying? I'm salvage vehicle. You know, nobody wants to go through the hassle of getting a new title. Anyways, Buffy says, oh, okay, I see, it confused me. She's a wiggler, learning to be brushless is fun. Nice, I don't know, am I 10 pounds? Nice. Okay, because they don't shed, I thought, how do I grow her coat? if it's gonna fall out. I don't understand. Well, just like my dog Weemy, he's full coated, really long hair, but every time I comb him, I get a bunch of dead hair out. Marta, good question. Mine never shed. Yeah, just like my dog Weemy, he's a Shih Tzu mixed with the Maltese. He doesn't really shed like my dog Dexter or Angel because they're short, medium coat, but he does change out his undercoat, which I have to comb out and get all that dead hair, get all of this out, because this actually comes out of Weemy too whenever I brush him. Okay, what kind of force dryer do you use? Just I think it costs like 69 bucks. It's just called Shelandy pet dryer. I got it on Amazon. Alrighty. I can give you the link, and if you use the link, I get paid, buddy. I get paid. Buffy says, I always laugh when you say the brushing is the hard part and the scissoring is easy. I have yet to discover that myself. Well, I wouldn't say easy. The scissoring part is the most skill involved, and it does take time, lots of time and effort to develop the skill. But once you have the skill down, once you master the skill of scissoring, then doing the haircut, scissoring, that's the fun part. That's actually easy. Oh, this is the labor intense part, Actually, I can just plug it in right there. Sorry, I'm just gonna plug a charger so my phone doesn't run out of batteries here. Oh my goodness, look at those pecs. Look at those beautiful pecs. Oh my goodness, it's not this kind of stream though, so let me ease off, Okay, so many of you may not appreciate my jokes, but I think they're funny. It makes it enjoyable for me. Okay, so here we go. Oh man, when I was blowing the air right here in between his toes, you see how it's brown? When I sprayed that area where it's brown in between there and all matted, oh, the smell that came from there was horrible. Oh, you don't have to stand. You don't have to stand up, buddy. You can sit. Okay. There we go. Isn't he such a good boy? Oh my goodness. I've been grooming him for like 3 years now, I think. It's been like 3 years. Alrighty. So, Sue says, I love your jokes. Laughter is... Oh, nice. Awesome. Whoa, Marta just gave me 10 bucks. Wow. She says keeps the jokes coming. Oh my goodness. Okay. Buffy says, easy to cut perhaps, but certainly not easy to make it look good. Baby steps. I clipped Bishop's ear last time. Just holding clippers and meant to... Oh, yeah. And, I have to admit, I have not injured a dog in a long time. And, yeah, I can't remember now. I think it's been at least 6 months since, at least a year. I can't remember the last time I injured a dog, like actually made it bleed. But, every time I did, like for a good week or two, it was hard to shake that nervousness, that feeling, that fear that I might do it again. It's hard to get that image out of your head, Arizona. This dog, I was finishing up, and that's the crazy thing, I was finishing up the groom, and as I was finishing up, I accidentally clipped the tongue with the scissors, and it started bleeding like crazy because it's the tongue, and I felt so horrible. And then after that, every dog I was finishing up, whenever I would get around the face or the muzzle, that area, I would start feeling some anxiety, because I would feel scared that I might do it again. Okay, so this side seems to be a little thicker than the other side. So show you what I do. Show you a little trick I learned back in Nam. Alrighty. I'm kidding, I've never been to Nam, sorry. Okay, so, sorry to all the Nam veterans who actually earned the right to say that. Alright, anyways, show you a little trick I learned back in Nam. Alright, so, Here's what you can do. Get a pair of scissors and just go with with the lay of the hair, with the grain. You don't want to go against the grain or horizontal either. You don't want to go this way because you'll get cut marks. This way with the grain. There we go. That way you don't get any harsh cut lines because you're going with the grain and you're just splitting up the bulk of the matting. See that? You just split that up. Then you can go through with this again, your mat splitter, or matting rake, I should say. We should use the proper terms, you know. I should work on that and try to clean up my language, you know. Only speak professionally, you know, with a professional tone, using technical terms, professional terms, like this big, beautiful son of a bitch. Because he is, right? He comes from a bitch, you know, who was bred with a golden retriever, I guess. I'm guessing the mom was poodle. But anyways, this big, beautiful, hairy son of a bitch, I'm just kidding. Because I'm immature, you know. Thank you, Dad. This is called allo grooming. He feels the need to return the favor, to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, it's like yeah, you'll see it with dogs grooming each other too. When you see two dogs, like a dog laying down, another dog licking the other dog, usually the dog being licked will start licking the other ones too, the other guy too. Buffy said it bled really bad. Oh yeah, you do feel awful. By the way, no such thing as damaged goods. I felt that way for 30 years, but God had something to teach me. I help teens now learn from what I struggled through. You know, the thing is though, I don't think I'm interested in another relationship. Just to be honest with you, like, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like, for me, I love freedom. I want freedom. I want to be free to be me. And it feels like, even with some of the girls or the females that I've been flirting with online, you know, they slide in my DM. What am I supposed to do? Oh, shoot. Let me unplug that. But anyways, it just seems like, you know, joking and flirting that way is fine, it's fun. But then it starts to turn a little serious. And then as it turns a little more serious, it feels like I'm being like owned, like they're trying to take possession of me or something. And I feel like, I don't know, man. It's like, why do we feel like that's so important, you know, to belong to somebody else? You know, it's like, why can't I just own myself, take full ownership of my own life, and for, you know, for my own thoughts, my mind, take control over my own mind, you know, but not try to control anybody else. But I don't know. I think for me, a lot of my issues, even, it was probably my fault. Not probably, it is my fault, because I just didn't like feeling like I was being told what to do, you know, and my motives were always being questioned. I felt like I was defending myself, always defending my decisions. I don't know, I don't think I'm the relationship type of guy. I thought I was, and I really was in love with the idea of falling in love. I really wanted that my whole life. I remember I used to write love poems, stuff like that. I was really kind of melodramatic. And I've always wanted to just know what it felt like to fall in love with someone, have somebody love you, because I couldn't get a date in high school, college. I think I was like 20 years old, 21 years old. No, I was 20 when I had my first girlfriend. And that's when I actually held a girl's hand for the first time. You know, I was 21 when I first made out with her, you know, like, it's crazy. But anyways, So I thought that's what I wanted, a relationship, you know, to belong to someone, you know, to have someone love me. But I realize now nobody can love me enough to cover up if I don't love myself, you know? And I have to be okay with just being with me, you know, enjoy my own company. Because sometimes the best company you could ask for is yourself, you know? Alrighty. Buffy says, me either, but I'm saying you are not damaged goods. You are a better version of you. No, Buffy, I got some miles. You know what I'm saying? This this old vehicle got some miles. I don't think there's fault. I think we react with what we know and with what we know, and when we know better, we can be better. Yeah, I was a nasty person back then, but it was a reaction to pain. But I didn't know how to process. Marta says, yes, all experience make us better. If you fail, just make sure you fall forward. You will find the right girl. Again, I don't really care. I don't care about meeting a girl. Me and my husband been together for 10 years. Nice. Got married. Wow, good. Congratulations. Pauline says, I'm with you, June. Yeah, right? I don't know. I don't know why we feel like we need a partner, you know, in order to enjoy life. Like, no. You know, life can be so fulfilling and so satisfying when you have a purpose of your own that you're working towards, that you're gunning for, you know. And you don't really need somebody else to do that. I think that if two people meet and they really complement each other and they really enjoy each other's company, then yes, of course, you know, get in a relationship together. But to get in a relationship with someone because you feel like, you know, the others are judging you or something, or it makes you look better as a person, or makes you feel more stable to be in a relationship, or anything like that, you know, like, you know, I believe in love. I still do. I believe that two people should be together if they love each other and they want to be together. But I don't believe that people should be together out of obligation, you know, because they don't want to feel bad or they don't want to look bad. I don't think that's a good reason to be with someone. And I talked about this the other day, but yesterday actually, when I was grooming Percy, but you know, I had that dream a few days ago where I was crying in bed, not wanting to get up out of bed, and feeling sorry for myself, wanting a pity party, and in my dream, my ex-wife, my parents, who were never encouraging, never understanding and accepting, you know, they were always very harsh and hard on me. But, you know, in my dream, I finally got what I wanted, or what I thought I wanted. I finally got them to be understanding and encouraging and all this stuff. And, you know, they were like, we do feel bad. You know, we do want to understand how you feel. Now what? You know, do you want to stay home and not go to work? It's like, no, I don't want that. You know, well, what do you want? You know, do you want people to just follow you around and tell you how sorry they feel for you? You know, we all care about you, Jew. We all understand how hard it is. You know, we all understand and appreciate how hard you work. It's like, who cares? You know, not who cares, but it doesn't really change anything. You know, I still got to do whatever I got to do. So I realized that dream helped me see that it comes from this feeling that I'm not enough, that I'm never able to do enough, that I need to do more, I need to be more, I need to accomplish more, you know, in order to gain the respect of other people or be credible, you know. And I realized I am enough. And just to recognize in myself, just to give myself that self-recognition, recognize in my own self, you know, appreciate how much I put into, you know, what I do, appreciate myself, appreciate the things that I do just for myself, and understand that me appreciating me is enough because I'm enough, right? And you are too. So, what I want to say to everyone is, from what I learned from my dream, appreciate yourself, recognize yourself. Don't wait for anybody else to give you the recognition that you feel you deserve. Give it to yourself and know that you are enough. Your own recognition, your own appreciation for yourself, that's enough because you're enough, and so am I. Right? So am I, so am I, so am I. I love that song, by the way. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I, so am I, so... I won't even get a copyright strike. my rendition was not so off the mark. I probably won't even get a copyright strike. If I sang the whole song, I probably still won't get a copyright strike. Anyways, Marto, we don't, just a dog. Hello. Buffy says, oh Marta, if you fall, make sure you fall forward. I love that, writing it down. Buffy, here's an even better one. Les Brown says, if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And the fall forward, I heard Denzel Washington say it. So then I combined the two, both Denzel Washington and Les Brown's quote. So if you fall, it doesn't matter how you fall, because if you fall forward, when you get back up, you're still ahead, further along than you were before you fell. And if you fall back, then that's good too, because if you can look up, you can get up. So I guess it doesn't really matter if you fall forward or fall backwards. Just don't be scared to fall, right? Okay. Buffy says, I've never been married, and I've got some mileage. I feel you as well. Haven't met someone I can be me with. Oh, yeah, right? And who will allow you to be you, and not try to control or own that. Sue says, after my husband was killed in 2000, whoa, I've refused to fall in love with anyone else. Don't want the pain of, wow, but Sue, Jim Rohn says, the walls that we build to keep disappointment out, they also keep love from coming in as well. Those same walls we build to protect ourselves, it also keeps the good out. We build walls to protect ourselves from the bad, but it also keeps the good from coming in as well. So don't close yourself off. Here I am saying that after I said, oh. But really, I have to say, in the beginning, when I first was going through the divorce, and I separated from my wife, and she got cut, she took the kids, and I was all by myself for the first time in a long time, in almost 20 years, and I was by myself. It was really difficult. I woke up all the time feeling sad, crying, looking at pictures, and feeling sorry for myself and things like that. It was really tough. But now that it's been over a year, I don't know, I don't even want to say that I've grown accustomed to it or used to it. I feel like I enjoy it now. I kind of like being by myself. And I kind of like the privacy. Just being able to just do whatever I want. I don't know. Not have to answer to anybody, not have to feel like I have to explain, why I chose to do this or that. I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm selfish, I don't know. But not really, because while I was married, I really took a lot of pride actually, in, trying to be a really good father and husband. It kind of got to my head even, because, I was trying to be the ideal father that I never had. And so I really tried hard. Then, I don't know. It's like, now, even with my daughters, I realize, like, I can't take credit for how they turn out, you know? I mean, yeah, if they turn out really bad, I will feel guilty and I'll feel bad. I'll feel like, I am to blame. But really, am I? If I choose to do some horrible things, is that my father's or my mother's fault? No, right? And my daughter, my older daughter especially, I have a feeling that she knows that she's smarter than me. I kind of get that feeling when we talk on the phone now, that she doesn't want to say anything because she doesn't want to hurt my feelings, but we both kind of know it's an unspoken understanding that she is now smarter than me. But I tell her it's because she's the new model. She's a 2008 model. I'm the 1981 model. Of course she's gonna be smarter than me. She has that new processor, you know what I'm saying? Wow, you see it just pouring out? All of that, oh my God. Okay. That's the thing though, once you get it out, then it's out. Alrighty. Wow, look at all this. But this is the work that needs to be put in to build a strong foundation for a nice groom, for a nice haircut. So that his haircut lasts. It's like even when you look at him now, he looks pretty nice. Like even though he's due for a groom and he's, pretty tangled up, when you look at him, he still has a pretty nice shape because a good haircut stands the test of time. It lasts. And so even though he's, due for a haircut, it doesn't really look so bad. He still has a nice shape to him because we built this, strong foundation before we did the haircut. By putting in the labor, by putting in the time and the effort. And don't forget the tail. The tail is neglected a lot. A lot of people forget the tail. But the tail has so much dead hair. And I think maybe because it doesn't really have a lot of flesh, I guess. The bones like right there. You'll see a lot of bumps in the skin of the tail when you use the force dryer and you blow the air and you look at the tail, you look at the skin. It's all packed full, those pores, and it's all bumpy, like almost like a rash. But when you comb it all out and you work all this hair out of the skin, out of the coat, then when you go through after the bath and you blow dry it and you look at the skin is nice and soft and smooth because the pores are emptied out. They're not so clogged full of all this dead stuff. Dead hair, dead skin cells, they got mites in there. They got all kinds of microscopic stuff and debris, dander. So we're releasing all of that out of those pores by pulling out all the dead hair. Because when you look in there, you'll see all this powdery, dandery stuff that comes out with the hair. Good boy. So all I have now, is this front leg, right? That I did kind of, but this front leg, the shoulder and chest, and this side. And once we get that combed out, all I have to do is shave his the pads, the sanitary area, and give him a bath. After the bath, he'll dry so nicely. So combed out all of this old nasty hair that would absorb the water, hold on to it like a sponge. It would make it impossible for him to dry. But because we pulled this out of his coat, all the old dead underwear, last season's underwear, now the fresh new hair will dry nicely. All right, let me get some water. Ooh, let me catch up on some comments here. Buffy, it seems people were always trying to change me. I didn't finally become the person I am to try to be the person someone else feels I should. Exactly. So, that's the thing. That's why I stopped dressing up for dates. um, I stopped taking them to nice fancy restaurants. You know, I would just take them to the restaurants that I like to eat at normally. And you can see why I'm not successful in my dating relationship. But yeah, because why should I have to put on nice fancy clothes and when I don't normally do that, and take you to these restaurants that I don't normally ever go to? Why do I have to be this person that I'm not in order to impress you? You know? Doll Baby, hey, what's up, Doll Baby? So Doll Baby, thank you so much. I downloaded Streamlabs and now I can share my screen. Just popping in, hiding for nice. Buffy says, LOL. I was just going to say that about copyright strike. Buffy, oh, that's good too. I love those quotes. Buffy says to Sue, I get that, but I can tell you too that protection cost me 30 years trying to protect myself from pain. I ended up causing a lot of damage to myself and others. Yeah. Buffy, to your daughter knowing she's smarter than you. Yeah. We just don't say anything. We don't say it out loud. Sue, I know Buffy, but I guess I feel like I'm not deserving. Being alone is okay and shuts out unneeded problems. Yeah, I mean, you don't ever risk getting disappointed, but then you don't ever have a chance to feel the happiness either, I say get on that ride. Go for the thrill. That's why we're here, right? We're here on planet Earth, the greatest theme park in the entire galaxy. One of the best rides here on Earth is the falling in love ride. Falling in love ride. Get in line. Ride the ride. Yeah, it's scary, but that's why we ride the ride, right? That's why we're here. Sue says, got my schnauzer and my grooming, that's all I need. Buffy says to Sue, I understand that as well. I'm just saying that let life happen, be open to where it leads you. I enjoy being single as well. No shade. Yep. Linda, what's up, Linda? Long time. You still got my number? Anyways, Buffy says, just looking at my adorable 2.8-pound Biva Terrier, gosh darn, so cute. Best decision you unknowingly led me to. And Bishop has a friend to play with. Oh, nice. He's skinny. All right, nice. Nice. But what was I gonna say? About being open. Oh yeah. But anyways. Yeah, relationships are tricky, right? Oh man. I think having my relationship fall apart was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because I was a bit judgmental, and probably because I was a bit bitter. If I have to suffer through this and be stuck in this relationship for the rest of my life, so does everybody else, right? But anyways, I was very judgmental and just, kind of thought I was better than other people. But now I realize, just because you get a divorce doesn't make you a bad person, I mean, yeah, I might be a bad person, but it's not because of the divorce, Good people get divorced too, and it's just, like I said, relationships are complicated. They're complex. Okay. You see all of this? It's like dead hair. I can actually even pull it out. Check this out. Look at that. See? So that's all like dead hair that was right in between his toes. See how? Oh man. Buffy, question, how the heck do you remember and retain all these quotes? I don't know. I don't know. I actually get upset with myself because there are quotes that I like, but then I forget. And I'm like, oh man, like, oh yeah. And in Toastmasters, every time you go out for like a speech contest or something, they ask, what's your favorite quote? Is one of the questions on the bio. And every time I'm like, I don't know, what is my favorite quote? I have so many that I like. Alrighty. Oh, one quote that I really like by Rumi? He says, raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that causes the flowers to grow, not the thunder. Isn't that beautiful? And so true. He says, raise your words, In other words, raise your vocabulary, not your voice. It's the rain that causes the flowers to grow, not the thunder. Because, in Korean tradition, in Korean culture, it's kind of, I heard it a lot growing up. It's the loudest one in the argument that wins, But that's not so. You don't have to be the loudest one to win an argument. You can learn to raise your vocabulary instead of your voice. Alrighty. I think with dogs, so how do dogs communicate? Dogs communicate with their body language, right? Body language, their scent, their energy, eye contact, all of that. How intense is the eye contact? So just like how I said, raise your words, not your voice. The more you increase your vocabulary, the more effective you can be in communicating, whatever idea it is that you're trying to communicate, trying to get across. So just like that, by learning more vocabulary words, we can communicate more effectively with each other. I think with dogs, by learning more dog behavior and dog psychology, how dogs think and how they behave, by learning more of that and learning to communicate with them with our body language and our energy, our intentions, then I feel like we can have more effective conversations. We can communicate, our intentions and what we want from them. We can communicate that much more effectively by, raising our vocabulary, so to speak, as far as dog communication. Dog canine communication. There we go, buddy. Awesome. So this back leg is done. Here we go. Now once it's done, like I said, it's done. I should be able to come back here with the comb, 30 minutes from now. And when I go back through, it should still be able to slide through like that. Because the hair that I just combed out, it cannot grow back that fast, that quickly. It takes more than 30 minutes for the new undercoat, or the undercoat that's still left here, for that to die and new undercoat to grow in and get replaced. It takes more than 30 minutes. So I could even be able to come out in an hour. An hour from now, still be able to go through with the comb like that. Because once the work is done, it's done. Alrighty, anything else? Buffy says, by the way, recall, I was saying Bishop tangles so easily. One of your peeps said to try and pin brush for some reason. I can't explain it. Seems to be working. Yeah, I like pin brushes actually. Buffy, one of my favorite quotes, getting over a painful experience is much like crossing monkey bars. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward. I like that. Okay, so now I'll break up this section with the slicker brush. So now his tail's combed out, his back legs are combed out. I'm about to comb out his side here, and then we'll comb out his front leg, and then do the close shaving, you know, the pads and the sanitary area, and then he's ready for a shower. Alrighty. There we go. See, look at all that. Isn't that crazy? Okay, can you stand up, please? Thank you. I'm just gonna need you to stand up for this part. No, not go on that side. Can you stand up? There you go. Thank you, Cadet. Oh my goodness, see how big he is when he stands up? Oh my goodness, look at that. Buffy, is there any dog you won't room size temper? No, no. There's no dog I will refuse. You know, based on. So I will refuse a dog based on health concerns. You know, so there's that dog Sunshine who was like 14 years old at that time, which was 7 years ago. So rest in peace. Sunshine's probably not with us anymore. But yeah, I refused service to him only because he was getting so old, and he was blind and deaf and having, you know, all kinds of health issues, which is why they didn't want to sedate him anymore, you know, to groom him. But yeah, he was just such a liability to himself, to me. And when I called his owner back a week later after the groom, just to check in on him, see how he's doing, she was saying that, you know, he had like gunk on his eyes that kind of sealed his eyes shut, and he was still having a hard time getting up and moving around. And I told her it's probably because he's like an 80-year-old man that just rolled around with a young guy, you know, doing jujitsu for hours. You know, yeah, that old man's gonna be laid out for a while, sore, you know. And so the next time she asked me to groom him, I just told her that I really think that it's best to just have the vet take care of it, because, you know, he was just, I don't think it was really helping out, and he was getting so stressed. So, you know, there are dogs that I will refuse, but it's not because, you know, I feel like they're too aggressive, or, you know, I feel like it's just too much work or anything like that. Okay. There we go. There we go. See, with all of this work put in before the haircut, you can see why the haircuts always turn out looking so nice, you know, whenever I put it on Instagram and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of my haircuts, the ones that I'm most proud of, never even seen the light of social media, you know, like sometimes if I'm super proud of my work, I'll take a picture and send it to the owner, so the owners will have it. But yeah, I feel like it makes it more special, you know, when it's just for the owners, just for that family to enjoy. But then again, my ego gets to me sometimes, and then I like to brag and show my pictures off on Instagram. Because I'm an artist, you know, and every artist has an ego that we struggle with. There we go. But yeah, I do kind of like to feel proud of myself sometimes, driving home, just knowing that I did an amazing job, you know. And I'm super proud of the haircut. The haircut looks amazing. You know, the dog looks so awesome. It feels amazing. And the owners are raving about it. And just driving off knowing that, you know, I did that. We had that moment. I experienced it. I cherish it. And I didn't have to show it off to everyone else. You know, it was just for us to experience, you know. I kind of like that. I feel like that's a part of art that's been lost. You know, like that's why I like live theater so much. I can't wait till we can go back and, you know, watch live theater again, you know, live performances. Because I feel like, especially because we're not allowed to record or videotape it or anything, it's like that performance that night was for that audience, you know? I think it makes it so much more special. But anyways, that's the romantic artist in me. Buffy, I was bitten by a German Shepherd, not a groomer, but I'd be scared. I am waiting for more beaver terrier. Oh, nice. Whoa. I mean, I feel like I did a lot of beaver terrier videos though. So, I don't know. I kind of, sometimes I ask myself like, you know, why am I making this video? Is it just to get some more attention? Do you like the attention that you're getting? You know, is that why you're doing it? It's like, no, I don't know, you know. So I want to make sure I always have a good reason to. And for Beaver Terriers, I feel like I've done enough live streams of them on my Facebook page and YouTube. I don't know, I just feel like what could I cover that I haven't already covered, you know? And so at that point, would it just be for my ego? Okay. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing here. Get a better look. There we go. Okay. And don't forget the armpits. This armpit area, you know, is usually really rough right there. Because there's a lot of friction in this area, you know, the leg rubbing against the body. Good boy, Cadet. Oh man, it's feeling so much better. So much smoother, softer, silkier. He already looks cleaner, you know, just by brushing him. He already looks clean. So that's why this brush out process before the bath, the reason why I like it so much is that once I get them all combed out, I'm not relying on the shampoo or the conditioner to give me nice, you know, results. The nice quality finish that I like, that nice silky smooth feeling where they're nice and soft and fluffy and silky, you know. I'm not relying on the shampoo to do that for me. I already have that before I get in the bath. You know, and it was accomplished by just combing out all the dead, rough hair. So once all the rough hair is combed out, you're left with the smooth, live hair. There we go. Where is it? There it is. So So it gets right big right here. So we'll get it off. So right here, you know, where the shoulder is. So we're gonna use the dematting rake to break up that area. There we go, buddy. Good job. Hey, you don't understand, buddy. Good boy, cadet. So you see, there might be some live hair in there, especially because the edges are serrated. So you could be cutting some live hairs in there, but that's the thing, it's like I'm willing to damage a few live hairs in order to save the coat. So I don't have to shave all of it. And I feel like, you know, if you're gonna complain that some live hairs were damaged in this process, it doesn't make sense because the other option is to just cut all the hair off. It's like, you know, why shave everything if you're worried about damaging a few hairs? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, for me it kind of sounds like, let's build a playground over here, but because there's some trees and we don't want to damage the trees, we'll make this playground, let's just cut down the whole forest. You know, it's like, no, we can just, you know, take down a couple of trees here that we need to take down, and we can leave the entire forest alone, you know? And that's how I feel. It's like, I understand that I might be damaging some live hairs when I go through and break up all of this, you know, dead bundles of hair. When I pull that out, yeah, I could be damaging some live hairs, but I'm willing to sacrifice some live hairs so that I can save the entire coat, you know, so I don't have to shave it. Unless, so like yesterday, so there's no black and white in grooming, you know, there's no like absolutes. So yesterday, you know, I did shave him. I shaved him yesterday, you know, not to the skin, but still shorter than I like. So it's just every situation is unique, every dog is unique, and I feel like we all just have to make the best decision we can based on our personal experience, I guess, and our personal level of knowledge, awareness. There we go. Because ever since I learned more about dog behavior, I actually changed a lot of the ways I groom as well. I no longer just set the dog on the table anymore, you know, like pick the dog up and just put him on the table. I help them up. Like Cadet here, he puts his two front paws on the table, and then I help lift his back end up. And, you know, dogs that are too small for that, too short, then I put their front paws on the table and hold their back end and guide them, let them, you know, crawl onto the table themselves. Because I realized when the dog meets me halfway and I don't just plop them onto the table, then they kind of cooperate better because they feel like they were a part of the decision-making process. You know, like they feel like they had some say in it. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's like the more we learn, the more we can change. But, you know, what am I rambling about? Buffy, similar question. So mine is 3.8 pounds, and the puppy's still 2.8 pounds. Do you find dogs harder to groom? I find it harder. Tiny dogs, yeah. Sometimes tiny dogs are harder to groom because they're so small. Because with Cadet here, because he's big and he has like bone substance, I can hold his leg if I need to. But with a tiny dog, it feels like you could snap their like twigs. So yeah, sometimes it's harder. Sue says, my worst clients were Scotties. Yeah, me too. My worst bite. Got 2 bite scares on my left hand, where 1 bite through my thumb. Wow, 15 years ago. Buffy says, I need more, please. You pick up new stuff each time. Okay. Here's the thing, June. You may have a lot, but you say stuff different each time, and for a newbie, that matters and helps. I've watched hundreds of Yorkie grooms, and still keep looking for more. More, please. Okay. That's okay. Thank you, Buffy. Sue says, I would think talking to us would make the groom seem faster. We love it. Oh yeah, it does. I mean, time literally flies. I kind of feel like it takes me longer, because I get carried away in conversation and I'm reading the comments rather than just running straight through. All right. Okay. Nice. So there you have it. Whoa. So now he is all combed out, head to toe, tip to tail. Alright. From the tip of the nose to the tip of his tail. Everything is combed out now. Oh, nice. It's so nice and smooth, silky. Now we just got to comb out his head. Let me see here. I have to blow my nose. Okay. Where's my hand sanitizer? Oh, here it is. Okay. Since I blew my nose. Alrighty. So now all I gotta do is comb out his head. And I'll show you. The head is usually pretty easy. See that? There we go. But see, yesterday, because I didn't do this, because I didn't comb him out thoroughly, because, it would have taken forever, first of all. He was so far gone that it just wouldn't have been reasonable to. But because I didn't comb him out completely before the bath, I had to deal with all of that matting and all of those tangled dead hair. I had to deal with all of that after the bath. And he wouldn't dry well, And so by doing this with Cadet today, now that he's all combed out completely, this is the hardest part. This is the most labor-intensive part of the groom now. After washing him is going to be easy. Drying him is going to be easy, fairly easy. He's a big dog. And then the haircut literally takes care of itself. Look at this. How hard can a haircut be? Okay. Well, I shouldn't jinx myself. Last time I said something like that, I was grooming a Shih Tzu, and my ex was filming it because we were making a video of it at my shop, and I said off camera, what's a Shih Tzu gonna do? She was like, he looks like he's gonna bite you. And I was like, man, what's a Shih Tzu gonna do? I changed my mind real quick. He gained my respect. It's like, wow, a Shih Tzu can really bite hard. Okay. So I shouldn't say stuff like that. How hard could the haircut be? Watch something crazy happen. Okay. Jinx myself. go. There we go. Good boy, Cadet. You're such a good boy. Okay, let me clean out this ear. So this ear feels a little bit worse than the other one. So I'm going to use this slicker brush here to kind of break it up. There we go. And you'll get that every once in a while. One side might be a little bit worse than the other. There we go. There you go. Nice. All right, there we go. He is all combed out head to toe. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, man. And now he smells better. He looks better, feels better. There we go. And now it's pretty much guaranteed after the bath, he's gonna look and smell so good. And he's gonna smell good for weeks. You know, it's not just gonna be like a day or two. Oh, I'm sorry. You okay, buddy? Yeah, right? Okay. Sorry, the memento went right in his mouth. There we go. All right. Let's look at all that. All right. Any comments? Okay. Buffy. Okay. It says, any tips for these tiny, tiny dogs? What's your smallest dog video so I can hunt it out? I think the smallest one I have is maybe like on record, maybe Harley, that aggressive Yorkie. Yeah, I haven't really done many videos on the tiny ones. I should. There we go. It's just, you know, when you have to do everything yourself, you know, because I fired my production team, you know what I'm saying? My producer had to go. You know, all my production assistants, you know what I'm saying? Assistant producers, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Just the pandemic. With the pandemic the way it is, you know, I had to let everybody go, all my staff. So there we go. And my former producer, you know, she was my my ex-wife, so you know what I'm saying, you know. So she had to go. Anyways. Alright, there we go. This is just me kind of going through double checking. Getting OCD with it. There we go. Oh wow. Because you still see like bundles like this come out, you know, and then it's refreshing. Okay, so satisfying. So check him out now. Oh, sorry. Now check him out. It's like a different dog already, right? Nice and smooth and fluffy. Oh man. So anyways, Harley is huge. Do you have a client with the dog under 4 pounds? I don't know. I can't think of one. I mean, maybe Lily, the tiny Biva terrier. Check that out. See, so you can feel the difference. The texture feels rough, and when I feel that, I know that I can just literally just pull it out. See that? But anyways, that's more detailed work. We'll get that during and after the bath. Alright, well thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully to do so, if you want nice quality finish. Oh, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a bath with him. Brokeback style. Anyways, I'll see you guys